sends it to the outside. He can't get there. Kevin King is going to win the Barbizzo FTF Cup Series.
Into the lead. Bud gets wrecked in front of the pack. He saves it. 3-4 wide as they come to the white flag.
Here comes Vargas down on the apron. They are 5 wide. Ian Plash will win it at the line. Is this package? Oh, there goes Jordan Lopez Jr. That's your race leader. Caution flag is out.
Still no one willing to give up as they're going to be dead even off of the first chicane.
Oh, he saves it. What's going to happen here? Here comes McCandless.
Get your foot there.
He's got it. He's got it. Get there. No.
McCandless is going to win.
Car presented by SimWrapMarket.com welcomes you to the virtual Homestead Miami Speedway in Miami Beach, Florida. Tonight, it's the Justice for Jeff Gordon's 2014 title in Miami. Yeah. Jeff Gordon wasn't going to win that championship anyway. Nonetheless, we're about set to go here from, what's this place called? Here from Homestead, Jacob Pitts, Caleb Hoffman with you. My voice sounds terrible for some reason. Caleb, let's get to the grid and your pole award and all that stuff. Pole award presented by, I don't have this sheet up for the second straight week. Presented by Eric Messer Photography. This week, pole award goes to Rusty. He's got the least amount of points out of everybody. It's in the field. That's why he'll be starting up front. That's how we set the poll. And whoever has the most polls at the end of the year, they'll get a trophy for their hard work, dedication to the Core League. Eric Messer Photography, the official photographer for the Madhouse Bowman Gray Stadium and the Core League. The rest of your grids scrolling across the bottom of your screen. Blake McCandless going to start to the outside. That's how bad. Oh, Rusty took an EOL. Are you kidding me?
It's unbelievable.
Boo. What a coward. Well, Fly Guy missed the grid, I think.
Yeah, we're going to drag Rusty for that. The first opportunity we get.
Champagne has missed the grid as well, so he's going to be behind the 8 ball here off the start. So we have 2 50-lap races tonight. Yeah, so Rusty will start at the back. We do have one new name, and you'll see him in this row. Brad Perez has officially joined the core party. He signed up a year ago and never ran a race. So here we are. Perez is in. So he will make his core debut tonight in the 35, even though it says 60 on the door. So Case is supposed to be lined up 7. He's your pole sitter. Because Rusty EOL, Dorman was 3rd, he EOL'd, Fly Guy's 5th, and I think he dropped to the back. So Case Kallenbach is your pole sitter, unofficially.
Yeah, we have absolutely screwed up this grid, but it's all right. Want to take a look real fast at our favorite tab. Let's see the temperatures are looking like here. As you can see, we are in the year 2000, it looks like.
No, 3000.
Oh, God.
The year of our Lord 3000. And I understand more antics will be underway in the next race. So if the session doesn't go up right away, you know why. Air temp 66 degrees, track temp 73 degrees. No humidity's unrealistic unless they got rid of humidity in the future. Then I'm on board. And wind 2 mile an hour out of the north. So we are about set to go. 50 laps on the board. We'll see how this dynamic track plays out tonight. This should be a lot of fun. Here from Homestead. Case Kallenbach on the inside. Blake McCandless on the outside. Field is ready to go. Glad you're watching. Green flag. trouble in the wall. Fly Guy in the back of the pack. He hit it hard. Meanwhile, McCandless comes off the corner. He will lead the first lap. They are 4 wide behind him.
Going to be lots of movement early on here, and Blake taking the best advantage of that. Joey Stone, it was in second place. He's already up in the wall. Ryan Vargas going to be able to get by him for second right now. They're going to be side by side off turn number 2. Still fanning out, still 4 wide behind him.
Oh, TCB and Cosman got together. That about put Case Kallenbach and others in the wall. That's back around the 10th spot. But they sorted out through 3 and 4. Case continues to fall back through the field. And Blake McCandless is out in front by more than a half second. He is long gone.
Going to be really interesting here, like you mentioned, with that dynamic track, how it's going to play in, and we'll have to wait to get a little deeper into the run before we can see the full effects of it, but could be on display early on as well here with Blake all the way up against that outside wall. You can see Vargas down low searching for grip a little further ahead of this battle that's still going on, where they've been able to hold 3-4 wide for quite a few laps here.
Fly Guy has parked the car. It appears he is done for race number 1. So a sudden exit for the driver of the 773. Trouble, back straightaway. Gabe Wood and Michael Cozy Jr. And the caution flag is out. And it sounds like Travis Brown is going to be taking a shot every time the caution comes out. So he may be in a coma by the time these 2 races are done. Here's the replay. Watch. Brad Perez in the 60. He gets loose. Cozy has to check up, and Gabe Wood just runs up the back of him.
And I think Cozy's getting out of the throttle to make room for Brad Perez, and Gabe Wood just does not get off that throttle in time. You'll see it right here from the middle. Brad trying to look for the middle, and then Cozy has to lift, and just a stack-up effect behind him.
What a mess. All right, so we're under caution. Justin Champagne has reconnected to the session. Pit stops. Blake McCandless will slide onto pit road. Radman and Ryan Vargas will stay out, so Vargas will take the lead of the race. Still a long way to go. But I would think Blake definitely wants to pit. He wants tires because he was probably burning the tires off that thing through those first couple laps because he was digging.
And again, like you said, got to imagine that everybody's going to take tires here. It looks like Garrett Smithley might be trying something here.
What do you mean by that?
From what it looked like, I thought he went no tires, but I think he did get 4, so never mind.
In the box for 14 seconds, so unless he took a power nap. Yeah, that was 4 tires and fuel for the number 4 Chevrolet.
Looking around the field as well, got a few Jeff Gordon throwbacks, I think, with the theme here tonight. Cosman caught my eye under that green flag sense, so did TCB. Cosman really went all out. Looks like a Nicorette throwback with the green Firestorm paint scheme.
We have breaking news. Travis Brown has said that he is renaming Moon Car to Schleiss Car until DT lets Ashton Schleiss into the Core League. There you have it. How much of that is the alcohol talking? I don't know.
I'd say most, if not all, on that one.
Yeah.
I'm more interested looking up at the front right now at Blake McCandless here. I'm curious to see how these fresh tires are going to affect him and if he goes right up to that wall again or if he searches around the racetrack a little more. I mean, we saw Vargas. He was able to catch up with Blake by using the bottom. But should be choosing here.
Yep, they'll be coming to 1 to green. They'll choose now. Vargas almost hit the grass. That grass is basically the choose cone. But they figure it out. All right. So 1 to green here.
And again, everybody's got to get prepared here. Only had about 4 or 5 laps maybe under green on that first, if you want to call it a stint, I guess. But we got an early look at maybe what some of these guys are thinking. Vargas, I think, is going to opt to use the bottom lanes, the bottom and middle a little more than, again, guys like Blake that we saw. But this is really our true test here. We got Brad Perez up inside the top 3 already. Core champion Dale Reynolds down to his inside, and get to see how Brad kind of gets into play here up in the top 2 rows, and if he poses a threat for guys like Blake and Vargas up here.
So with Champagne out on the racetrack, he is 3 laps down. He's able to get some laps back under this caution, but he will need another to fully get back onto the lead lap. 4 drivers did not pit. Vargas, Radman, Dale Reynolds, Brad Perez. Everybody else on 4 tires. Ready for the restart. 8 laps will be complete. Vargas and Radman on the front row for the restart. Back to green.
Perez didn't get back to the throttle all the way. Going to be a checkup on the high side big time. Everybody's going to start fanning out. We're 3, almost 4 wide in the back. Frisch going to get it figured out. It looks like we'll be okay, but that was scary.
That was the cleanest restart that's looked like that I've seen in a while. Usually we just wad them up.
Lifting and
for the
court.
lead. Radman to the inside.
Big move there from Radman, but Vargas is going to have the run. He's going to look to the inside a little further back. Brad Perez caught the wall in turns 3 and 4. He gets passed by Cosman now. Radman using that high line, and now Vargas on the inside going to try to take that lead right back, side by side off 2. Vargas slipping up. Back in, steps out from him. A little further behind. Cosman gets around Garrett Smithley now for that 3rd position.
Brad Perez still up there in the top 5. You've got Schildhouse catching up. But the battle still on up front. Radman clear. Vargas will try to cross him over down the front straightaway. Use the draft. He gets to the inside. Let's see how deep he sends it into turn number 1. Not all that deep.
Still big moves here being made. Vargas going to try to slip up in front of Radman. Doesn't work. All this battling is letting Cosman reel both of them in, and a little further back, look who just burst into the top 5. David Schildhouse, the defending champion.
Here comes Vargas to the outside this time. Radman picked the bottom, and Vargas retakes the lead.
See if Radman wants to send it in here. I think he's just going to follow in line. An end to this battle for now, but I don't think it'll be over for long. Here comes Cosman down to the inside for 2nd.
He's really turned it on after that win at Auto Club. A couple weeks back, he's got the confidence. And there goes car 84 to 2nd on the racetrack.
Following line once again, Vargas going to use that outside wall, and you're really starting to see that dynamic track at play now. Everybody searching all over this racetrack to find grip right now. Cosman slides back up towards the wall. Schildhouse here as well. Look at Radman. He's going to make a move down to the inside. He has a little bit of a run. Battle for 3rd here, and maybe potentially for the lead if Cosman's able to reel Vargas in a little closer.
And Cosman got a little loose there in turn 1, but he was able to straighten it out. Lost a little time, but not too much. He's got Schildhouse right behind him. You're right on board with Cosman.
You can see the laser focus on his face right now, and gonna be lots of car control involved here, and a lot of it steering with that throttle rather than the steering wheel. Cosman down to the inside right now. Back in, you got to step out a little bit. Vargas is going to have that run from using that outside. Just have to recollect yourself here. That's hard to do. Look at Schildhouse. He's going to try to make it 3 wide for the lead.
It might work. Cosman slides up the racetrack, and they will go 3 wide for the top spot. Here comes Schildhouse back on the bottom. Cosman sticks it back up the middle, 3 wide again. And Schildhouse will almost clear Cosman. He won't clear Vargas, though. Vargas leads yet another lap.
And again, can't let Vargas get away from you at this point. Don't think David has any plans of doing that. Big send down to the inside. A little bit of a step out for car number 26. They're going to be 3 wide down the backstretch once again. Vargas with the run. He's going to retake it.
Here comes Cosman back on the bottom. He'll try to pass Schildhouse. Vargas in the wall. And he'll slide back. Cosman takes the lead. Vargas drops to 4th.
Some awesome stuff here at Homestead. Blake McCandless going to take over that 3rd spot. DT into the top 5. For the first time in a while, it feels like Radman on the decline a little bit as well. He's battling a little further back with Vargas. Meanwhile, Schildhouse and Cosman just going at it right now for the lead.
You have to remember, too, Vargas was one of the few cars that did not pit. So these guys up at the front are on 4 fresh tires as Schildhouse takes the lead away from Cosman. 17 laps complete, closing in on halfway here in race number 1.
Laps flying by right now, and I mean, in part, a lot of that is just because of how awesome this racing has been. Meanwhile, getting things sorted out up front. Look at this battle behind him. Ryan Vargas, he's going to turn Garrett Smithley. Garrett Smithley saves the car somehow.
They
so
all
does
saved
Radman.
it. We got a caution for that, but what a save. The right call by Ben to get on the button, but they all saved the race cars.
And Ben came over the radio and said, I was expecting you guys to trash it. And I expected it as well. I mean, you heard us up here. We thought they were wrecked.
And Vargas immediately came over the radio and dropped an expletive. He did not mean to get into the back of Garrett. They're going into turn number 3, and Garrett just lifts a little earlier, and Vargas wasn't prepared for it. Radman gets into the 26, and they all saved it.
Absolutely. I mean, that was just fantastic stuff there all around. And you can see Radman, I think his contact to Vargas actually helps Vargas get straightened out a little more there.
Yeah.
Either way, good stuff on pit road. See if anybody has anything crazy up their sleeves at the moment. Just about halfway into this thing.
I don't think so. Like, if it was the end of the race, maybe you think of taking 2 instead of 4, but with this much time left, you got to take 4 tires.
Who knows? You might. I mean, if you're in the back, you might get a quick caution. Might catch everybody. Who doesn't look like it though. I think I'm with you. Everybody's got to take 4 tires and fuel here, and gonna be reflected here. Schildhouse wins the race off pit road. Cosman second. Look at this gaggle of cars a little further back.
All right, so Travis is going to have to take another shot since we're under our 2nd caution flag. He already sounds out of it.
Well, if Daytona was any indicator for us.
Yep. We want to talk to him here, see how we are on the intoxicated scale.
Let's go ahead.
Bring him up.
Where is old Travis? There he is. We have a producer for this stuff, I think. There he is.
What's
Travis,
up?
how are we doing today?
Oh man, we're working on a good one tonight. We took a week off of drinking in court and hit everything but the damn lottery. So we're back. Me and TCB are actually doing a shot for every caution. So that's pretty wild. But you know what's really got me fired up this evening, gentlemen?
Having a clue. What? Tell us what's on your mind.
I think it's hogwash that Ashton Schleiss is not in this league. So I'm going to, for at least the rest of the night, rebrand Moon Car to Schleiss Car, and if further action is needed, we're going to get Schleiss in here. Because DT said, we'll tell him to start streaming or something, but half of these guys don't stream. And like, Moon Car, Schleiss is such a big part of Moon Car, I feel like that the collective following that Moon Car has gotten should grant him access, personally.
I could be convinced.
Yeah. So
you said he was a spotter, right?
He's spotted for Brad Perez.
That
Yeah,
counts.
that's enough for me. Yeah, that's enough for me. I mean, we got. I mean, Gabe Wood's in this league. Gabe Wood doesn't stream.
Yeah.
I'm on Travis's side. Hold on.
Yeah.
Well, no. So the thing is, it's either you stream and have enough of a following there, like you, Travis, or you are part of the NASCAR industry. That's how like Vargas is in here, and.
But here's the thing. My stream is only where it's at because of people like Schleiss and Ben and Frisch and Harry and like so many people. So like, why not? I think, you know, Schleiss being a recurring character, he could get in on those grounds or the industry grounds because he literally spotted at the second highest level in NASCAR. I rest my case.
Yeah, I'm on board with that, Travis. You convinced me.
Yeah.
I'm in. We'll
right,
we'll let you go talk to everybody, but consider us turned.
All
Good
right,
luck, Travis. He rests his case. It was a good one, and we'll see how he does on this restart here. He's what, P52 right now? 16th. I think we're okay.
Legitimate Moon Car Court.
Yeah, real.
All
Has
right.
lasting effects.
The people are real. The cases are real. The rulings are final. All right, here we go. A couple laps away from halfway, Schildhouse and Coswood on the front row. Everybody was on pit road for tires.
It's going to be fun.
Should be a good one. Yep. Back to green.
Stack up again on the restart. Vargas doesn't get going. We're fanning out big time. Looks like Carl Edwards is about to get turned into the wall. Vargas 3 wide. Blake McCandless sending it all the way up against the wall. Brad Perez might be in the wall a little further back.
They are trying to go for wide.
Oh, it's a big one.
DT hard into the wall. TCB Frisch up and into the air. It's the big one on the back stretch at Homestead.
Not like this.
TCB took a monster shot to the inside wall. And almost a dozen cars litter the back straightaway.
Yeah, reminiscent of Jeff Gordon at Las Vegas 15 or so years ago. And we'll get a replay to see what happens here, but I think it's pretty obvious from my first look at it here. I mean, you'll see everybody. Watch this Firestorm car down on the inside. Cosman, he just comes up into DT, gets turned. DT has nowhere to go, and on from there. Travis just comes in there, and you can see he might be a tad bit inebriated.
Just a little bit. So that'll be another shot for him. Gabe Wood says to check his onboard. We'll do that in a moment. So 3 wide, and Cosman came over the radio and said he didn't know they were 3 wide. And you see TCB at the bottom of your screen, a hard hit to the inside wall. So right on board with Gabe. Let's see what he saw here.
All right. Reckon we got smoke. Oh, and they just scatter everywhere in front of him.
He did get a
close.
tap in the left side, but other than that, right on through. Good stuff.
Good job,
from Gabe. He didn't aim for the wreck.
Yeah, on pit road, and not everybody is taken, obviously, here. This, I mean, it's not going to be a very big divergence in tires here, but it'll be a somewhat noticeable one.
I don't think so. They didn't even get up to full speed before they started crashing, so I think they'll be okay. Schildhouse is your race leader. He stayed out along with McCandless, Brad Perez, Dale Reynolds, Radman, Goen, and Justin Malillo. So we're under our third caution flag of the night. Not a lot of people have used the lone fast repair they get here in race number 1. Vargas has, TCB obviously has, as well as Travis, Cosman, and that's it. Everybody else still keeping it in their back pocket because I think they know that we're probably going to wreck a little bit more.
Yeah, it should be 2 to green, I believe. You see DT with damage there. Sucks for him because he was having such a good day. This is, I believe, the spot of his last core victory just about 3 seasons ago.
I was going to say 3 years ago. That was, it's been so long since DT won a core race. Yeah, NASCAR Heat before COVID. That's the big,
God.
like, ooh. Yeah, at December of 2019, I believe.
That would be 4 years.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yep. I think I'm gonna need to fact check that in a commercial break or something, but
yeah, we'll pull it up.
I know it was that season. I know it was season 2. Let's see. That's not what I wanted. Nope. That's also not what I wanted. Actually, no. That'll work. If I go here, I'll just go off the clown reel.
Live fact checking.
Where is... There it is. Streamed December 22nd, the year of our Lord, 2019.
Wow, we were about 10 days removed. The Sea Workman's Polka Party and the Heartland 200. Well, that was Kansas.
Oh, what? Yeah, hold on. That ain't right.
That would have been probably the Tasmanian Devil 200, maybe? The logo for that race.
Did he not clown reel this?
Probably not. The clown reel did spawn mid.
No, he did one for Homestead. I think that's how it started. Oh, there it is. He just uploaded it. He didn't stream it. December 8th. So it is more than 4 years.
Oh my
More than 4 years. Yes, sir.
DT, we got to get back in that win column. I don't know if you're listening, but it's time.
It's been 84 years since we were last under green. Yeah, here we go. All right. 27 laps complete. 23 to go. Back to green.
Everybody, again, just struggling to get the power down with these cars. Lots of stack-ups throughout the field. We're 3-4 wide. Gabe Wood's going to get turned. No. Can he save it? It was contact from Justin Champagne. Looks like he'll be okay somehow, maybe.
Hey, he's going to lose the rest of the field, but other than that, he's all right. And Gabe Wood is not happy.
Looking a little bit further up at the front, looks like Brad Perez trying to make a move on Blake McCandless for the second position here. Both of them in trail behind David Schildhouse. They're 3 wide behind him. Goen, Radman, Dale Reynolds. Count Cozy in this group as well.
Radman is sideways right now. Right there in the middle, that red car. Here comes TCB. We're 4 wide. Still 4 wide. Got to give room, boys.
Brad Perez is up in the wall a little further ahead of him. Goen gets right behind him. Looks like we'll survive 4 wide somehow, but we might not be done. 21 laps to go.
Schildhouse is gone out in front by 3/10. And they're stacked up 2 wide behind McCandless. 3rd on back.
This is just incredible stuff right now.
How about Dale? A great run for that 27. Right now, 3rd. Side by side with Brad Perez.
And I mean, Oh, close call between he and Goen. Now look at Brad Perez down to the inside. Goen as well. Cozy trying to make it 3 wide, but the season 1 champion in Dale Reynolds, he's having a heck of a run right now. Cozy to his outside. He might fall out of the top 5 momentarily. Blake McCandless looks like he tags the wall a little bit further up ahead of him.
Yeah, he got it earlier. That's what allowed Perez into second, but he's going to stay right up by that outside safer barrier with 19 laps to go here coming to the start-finish line.
Everybody right now just, again, trying to figure out where they stand, and Vargas has to get out of the throttle big time. Cozy chopped the nose off of him. Had to get out of the throttle and just live to see another day right now. 19 laps to go. Can't do that for much longer. 3 wide ahead of him for the time being, and just some great racing going on up inside this top 5 right now.
Cozy falls back in line. Oh, he almost runs Gary Owen over into turn number 1. Trying to change lines. Vargas jumps to the outside. Cozy takes the middle. And Gary Owen is really loose coming off turn number 2. But he keeps it pointed in the right direction.
So much car control required to get around this place with this much horsepower. Riding on board with these guys, I mean, you're just able to listen to that throttle and how in and out of it they are in the middle of the corner. Meanwhile, up front, look at Brad Perez. He's looking to try to take the lead from Schildhouse. He's on the inside.
Looking to win his first race in his first course start. Here comes Brad. As Gary Owen hits the wall off turn 2, he'll lose a couple of spots, keeps it pointed in the right direction.
Just awesome stuff going on right now, and Schildhouse going to get that run up the outside. It's about as dead of a heat as you can get. Brad going to try to send it. Try to get the slide job going.
Got him.
Well, I don't know. David might be able to pull down to the inside. He will. Here they go, side by side again. Now they've just swapped positions, and David's down on the inside. He's going to have to send it in big time on entry to try to get back in front of Brad Perez.
Perez holds tough up on the outside. We'll see what kind of run that 60 gets. Up off the corner, Schildhouse almost clear. And Brad did not get that great of a run. They're still side by side to turn 1. 15 laps to go.
Brad, he's been close to this wall a few times before, and it has not ended up great for him. He's tagged it quite a few times. We're going to ride on board with it as he goes into turn number 3. Gets that run on Schildhouse. Schildhouse is going to send it big down on the inside.
There's a huge run off turn number 2 using that outside line. He's going to do it again here. Another big run. Perez leads at the line.
Just all over each other. And behind this battle, I mean, they're 2-3 wide in that group as well, fighting for 5th right now. But all eyes still on Brad Perez and David Schildhouse as they swap this lead back and forth. 14 laps to go, and one of them has to come up with it eventually.
Travis has parked the race car. Schildhouse clear for the lead. Perez will now look to the inside line. Still duking it out for the win. 13 laps to go.
And there's just so much going on right now, so much at play. Look at Schildhouse. I mean, it's just crossover after crossover right now. It's a big move down to the inside, and whoever's on the outside is able to keep up that momentum and use it on the straightaway. And this is as good as it gets here at Homestead. Perez up against the wall. Back in, stepped out, but again, just massive amount of momentum, and he goes down into turn 1, sends it, and it's just kind of a situation of wash, rinse, and repeat.
Down on the bottom, Schildhouse is still up there. Brad up the hill, not clear. Close, though, off turn number 2.
That's what it's going to take here. I mean, if you can use that momentum mid-corner, if you can just somehow clear the guy behind you and not wreck yourself, that's going to be the play here. And that time, Brad couldn't even get his momentum up to get past David. David might have an opportunity to clear Brad and keep it this time. Just can't get down in front of him.
Thought that a couple laps ago. Brad sends it in deep. Schildhouse trying to crouch him. This is going to be really tight off turn number 2. Big run from Schildhouse.
And while we're so focused on this battle, Michael Cozy Jr., he started to break free of that pack a little bit, and he might start reeling in these leaders. Last time was about 2/10 faster than both of these guys, who are just using each other all the way up, coming at 10 laps to go in race 1 at Homestead.
Brad again to the inside. Gotta wonder what they're doing to the tires right now, racing this hard. And he's gonna slide up, still not clear. Schildhouse hanging tough on the outside. We'll try to get in 3.
Popping this lead back and forth still. Brad, he sent it in big time, just not enough to clear it. The back end gonna step out a little bit. He's gonna have to control it. He does, but loses momentum in the process. Give the lead back to Schildhouse. And again, 2/10 faster that time was Michael Cozy Jr., who is absolutely in the picture for this win.
Catching him's one thing, passing him's another. And Brad now, he tried using the outside off of 1 and 2 there to build up a momentum with Schildhouse dropping back to the bottom, but he is now 3/10 back from the 20. I wonder if that battle may be over here for the top spot. 8 to go.
Everything for the most part up here at the front has calmed down, but gotta think that's gonna be temporary. Blake McCandless using that outside lane, just ripping it right now. Oh, and look at this group. Oh, Gary Owen's gonna get turned by Vargas. He had to get out of the throttle because Gary Owen got loose, lifted the rear tires up off the ground, and a spin is going to send us into a late race restart to crown a winner here in race 1 at Homestead, Gary Owen. Get a replay. You see, he just gets loose.
Oh, he just gets loose.
Man, Vargas tries to go low to avoid him, but him naturally being loose sends that car down the track and directly into Vargas's path.
That would be another Travis Brown shot. But I understand there's trouble in the Travis Brown camp. What's up?
Oh, we were running like hell, so I quit to drink and watch the finish.
Oh, based off of your tweet, I thought your pedals were in shambles. So.
Oh, I mean, well, they are, but they've been going downhill for like the last year. But tonight, they've the throttle pedal just cuts out. Like, I don't know. It's weird. They're old. They're really old. So it's probably just an age thing. But I'm willing to now chill. Like, somebody asked me how much am I looking to spend. I'm like, bitch, nothing. Like, I'll just throw your logo up on top of Mooncar and be obnoxious and tell people to buy your pedals. And all you gotta do is send me one thing of pedals. I think it's a great deal.
There you go. You certainly reach a lot of people.
Yeah.
But I assume another shot's on the horizon here.
Oh yeah, I'll load in there. I'll wreck like hell in there once or twice, and then probably call it a night.
All right. Well, I meant another shot because caution came out, but that works.
Oh
too.
no, yeah, I'm already out of the session. I mainly parked because I was running 18th in core, and it's like, okay, I'd rather just watch these guys racing for something race instead of ride around for 18th.
Gotcha. Makes sense. Well, hey, we'll see you in race number 2. And you've got 2 teammates up here on the front row that decided to take 2 tires. So why don't you call one of them to victory lane? How about that?
All right.
Well, you know what? Producer Zach, great point. We'll keep Travis up here. Why not?
Oh, God. Okay. Yeah, I guess so. No, that's probably not a good idea. I'm gonna go back to the thank you, though.
That is Travis Brown, fresh off the Moon Cart 24, and there he goes as I was trying to drag him. Yep, there we go. Okay.
I gotta apologize to Travis because during the Moon Car 24, I think around 4 or 5 a.m. I came in there and we were having a hell of a time. Needless to say, I fell asleep at one point, and it was just one of those things where I don't even remember falling asleep. I just woke up in my chair at like 11 a.m. and I was like,
yeah,
oh.
I saw you muted in the booth when I woke up that morning, and that was at like 9. And I was like, huh, okay.
Yeah, no, I tried to power through with him, but my body failed me, so that's unfortunate. But look at this top 5 real fast. I mean, Blake McCandless, we got Michael P. Frisch, David Schildhouse, TCB up inside the top 5, and then Brad Perez. Don't forget for guys like Vargas and Cozy behind him as well. It's going to be fun.
So, Frisch, McCandless, and Garrett Smithley back in 10th all took 2 tires. Everybody else took 4. 4 laps to go. Green flag. Here comes Schildhouse. 3 wide on the bottom. Is there any room? No.
They're going to have to make room here. McCandless gives him that inside lane. Brad Perez as well has got to be careful. They're 4 wide down the backstretch. Meanwhile, they're still 3 wide for the lead, a little further ahead of them.
Oh, Schildhouse sent it in deep. Contact. He makes it stick. Both of them do. Off of 4. 3 to go. Side by side for the lead.
Don't count Frisch out in this mix as well. McCandless, he's getting out of the throttle early to try to rip that top line. Meanwhile, David's sending it in front of him. Cozy in this group as well. 4 cars under a blanket down the backstretch here at Homestead. Radman and Perez might have a dog in this fight as well.
Coming to 2 laps to go. That outside line did not work for McCandless, and Schildhouse out in front and is pulling away.
It's going to take something big here. I think that inside lane, it's really come on in strength in the latter half of this race. Frisch trying to use it now. He's clear of McCandless. Can he now chase down David Schildhouse is the question. I think he could do it, but I don't know if he has the time. Down the backstretch at Homestead, 2 laps to go.
Turn 2. Melillo and Case. We're going to overtime. They were 4 wide in the back of the pack. And Melillo and Kallenbach get turned around. And just when you thought the race was over, we get to do it all again.
We're going to replay to see what happened here, but you can see Case Kallenbach trying to get back up to speed. Like you said, we're going to go to overtime, and it's because of this right here. Case Kallenbach, you see him. He tries to make it 4 wide down on the inside, and just don't know that there's room for that.
Yeah, well, I think Melillo panicked because they were 4 wide and Gary got loose. So then Justin Champagne got loose. And then Melillo, I think, had to turn the wheel a little harder to the left. They kind of come together, and he just turns it a little too far to the left and nowhere for Case to go.
Yeah, keep in mind, when he cranks the wheel like that, trying to react to Gary Owen and Champagne up above, he's getting back on the throttle to stay with them, and I think that combination just snaps the back end of the car around and puts us under what is our 5th caution of race number 1 here at Homestead, and gives us a heck of a late race restart to look forward to.
Wonder if maybe we could talk with the driver of the 53. Justin Melillo now on the pit road. Justin, what happened?
I don't know. We were all driving really dumb there, and I was just trying to stay off of the 2 up on top, and Case was taking me 4, and I don't think Case knew that he was taking me 4, and yeah, I'm out to lunch tonight. I have no idea how to drive this car on this track. I thought this was going to be like my favorite combination of the year, and I just sucked tonight.
Do you think that update that iRacing had, not this one that happened today, but the part of the refresh is part of that? You're just not acclimated to it?
I guess not. I don't know. I've been driving it a bunch. I've been doing the 87 cars, and I've been feeling like I've had a good handle on it. But I don't know, this car, I don't know what I got. I don't know what I got to do. I just don't got it tonight. So just hope that the series ender crash happens on the last lap and we can scam a few spots at the end.
There you have it. Well, speaking of scam, how about those New York Giants, huh?
Let's go. We got Tommy DeVito land, baby. It's all about the Italian. Woo!
All right, Justin, you're going to try and channel some of that Tommy DeVito on this restart. Best of luck.
Thank you, Jacob.
It's Justin Balillo. Got to end on a high note there with Justin. Can't let it all be down. I knew Giants was going to be the direction to go there.
Yeah, Tommy DeVito, the franchise savior. They knock off the Packers, who knocked off the Chiefs. So, in a roundabout way, if you want to look at it, the Giants are better than the Chiefs.
I think we knew that. Now that makes me scared as an Eagles fan because the Eagles could barely beat the Chiefs. But
Tommy DeVito versus the Eagles defense. We don't want to see it. You won't like who wins, Jacob.
Yeah, it's gonna be Tommy DeVito. Darius Slay is going to let some like undrafted free agent wide receiver go for like 500 yards.
I was about to say last year was the year. Your entire defense is washed now, unfortunately, but it's all right.
All right, let's hope the field's not washed. Overtime, attempt 1 of infinite. Green flag. Schildhouse and Frisch on the front row. Don't forget about Cozy. Thought maybe he was going to pull out. He stays right in line. He has room to the outside now. If he can get clear Frisch, he cannot.
He has that room because Frisch didn't get going. That clogged up everybody else behind him, Radman McCandless included. Down the backstretch they go. Schildhouse blocking all over the place. They go into turn number 3. Can Cozy use this outside lane? I'm not sure.
He goes up there. Not sure it'll be enough. Coming to the white flag. Side by side for second. This will be the last lap.
All over the place right now. Cozy's going to send it in deep. So does Michael P. Frisch behind him. And while they duke it out for second place right now, I'm not sure they're going to have the time to get to Schildhouse down the backstretch.
Yeah, unless they clean him out here, this is going to be the only chance they have into turn number 3. Frisch drives it in deep. He may take himself and Cozy out of the second place spot, but David Schildhouse, fresh off a cruise, is cruising to victory lane. He wins at Homestead.
And they tried to wreck behind him as well, but they finished 4 wide. TCB does a fantastic job of keeping his foot in it. Somehow, they wreck massively across the line. Oh, there they go.
Yeah. Oh.
But I mean, hey, if that's what we have to look forward to in race 2, we got 50 more laps of that coming right up, and that was just so much fun. And congratulations to David. That was one of the hardest fought wins I think we've seen here in Core.
Great stuff. And hey, we get to do it again. Race 2 coming your way shortly, as David Schildhouse gets to burn down the house here on the front straightaway. Your winner of race number 1. He's your winner. Cozy second. Michael P. Frisch is third. Big win for Schildhouse as far as points. Because remember, he's like 14th, so he needs all the help he can get. Vargas 4th, Radman 5th, Blake McCandless 6th, TCB 7th, Brad Perez 8th, Cosmin Ionescu 9th, Dylan Kemp in 10th, Wes Graham, Joey Stone rounding out that top 12.
Looking on back, you'll see Davin Cornelius 13th. Gabe Wood comes home with a 14th place finish here in race number 1. Justin Champagne in 15th. Gary Owen 16th. Dale Reynolds 17th after a great run early on. Kind of fell off there in the latter half. Garrett Smithley 18th. Case Kallenbach 19th. Running out your top 20, Robert Dorman. Rusty Walrus was a non-factor after taking an EOL. 21st for him. Justin Malone 22nd. Travis Brown and Fly Guy round out your field. They both did not finish.
There you have it. Race 1 is done. Race 2, hey, it's coming up right after this. You're watching Core, presented by SimWrapMarket from Homestead.
I wish we stayed the same. I got way too many thoughts in my brain. I got memories that run through my veins. I'm not one to blame, but I could point out every way that you changed. Some things stay up while others go right down the drain. And lately we've been going down in flames. But if I'm honest, I get in my feels when I want you. Say you feel it too, I'll haunt you. Hold on till I'm lost in nirvana. But if I'm honest, I get in my feels when I want you. Say you feel it too, I'll haunt you. Hold on till I'm lost in nirvana. But if I'm my therapist is saying that I should. I don't believe it, but I really wish I could. Instead, I guess I'll stay misunderstood. Oh, 'cause I'm stuck now, just trying to figure a way out. I've tried but can't seem to slow down. I don't know if I want to. But if I'm honest, I get in my feels when I want you. Say you feel it too, I'll haunt you. Hold on till I'm lost in nirvana. But if I'm honest, I get in my feels when I want you. Say you feel it too, I'll haunt you. Hold on till I'm lost in nirvana. But if I'm can't seem to slow down, and I don't know if I want to.
We're back. Caleb's got a race winner, David Schildhouse.
Yeah, and I'm here with race 1 winner in David Schildhouse. And David, I gotta say, that was some of the most fun I've had up here in the booth. Was it that fun down on the racetrack as well?
Yeah, it was a damn blast. Yeah, a lot of fun. This was really my first experience with the Oval Refresh and seeing what it's capable of. And I mean, you guys saw what I saw, Caleb. That was damn good racing. Me and Brad, me and Frisch, Blake, Cozy there at the end, and all the lanes were usable. I was just sitting here talking about it. This is what we have wanted as sim racers, is the ability to move around the racetrack to find grip and find speed, but not have it punish us because by having our tires fall apart. So it was really nice to experience that, go out and have some good race and end up winning the thing. That's just a sweet cherry on top.
Yeah, and I mean, here in race 2, are you expecting more of the same in terms of how the lines go? Because race 1, we saw, where Blake was able to use that high line early on and just kind of gap the field, and y'all were able to use that inside to chase him down as the race went on. Do you think that high line will be good early on, or are you going to try to continue and pick up where you left off on the bottom here?
Well, we're working under different circumstances now. We're a little bit later in the day. It's now 3:30 in the afternoon. Track temperature is higher than it was in the first race, so I expect us to be slipping and sliding around a lot more. The car definitely felt more planted in the first race, which made it easier to sort of rip the bottom, which is why I think the bottom was a little bit better. But with it being a little more on the edge here, I don't really know. I think Blake's still going to be busting the boards all the way around this racetrack. You just got to move around. You got to be willing to be flexible. I'll have time to figure it out coming from the back, but I still think the bottom will be good, especially early in the run. But I think with the heat and the time of day and what we have now, you probably see that line move up a little bit. Maybe see the middle come in, the top be a little bit easier. I don't know. This is part of the fun. We're almost in an unknown, which is not something we could say for fixed oval racing in a long time.
Well, we'll let you continue to put laps down and figure this thing out for race number 2. Appreciate you for taking the time to speak with us, and best of luck.
Thanks, boys. Have fun. Hope we can put on another great show for you here in race 2.
It is race 1 winner in David Schildhouse, and put on a show indeed. I mean, we saw it was great racing.
No, DT, I guess, put the year in for this session at 69.69. And now it is default May 15th, 2018, 3:37 p.m. in practice. That is concerning. Look at that track temp. Track temp is 104 degrees. That's 30 degrees higher than it was in the last session.
Yeah, that's going to make things interesting here because you saw everybody was able to abuse those tires, and we heard David. He talked about how the racetrack was, the cars were a lot more planted in the racetrack. That's not going to be the case here for race number 2, and we saw how all over the place everybody was in race number 1. I mean, and this is going to be absolute limits of car control here and what these guys are able to do. I mean, even in practice right now, 2 or 3 laps into it, I mean, they're struggling with handling. So this is going to be interesting here. Oh, there goes Justin. He kills the inside wall.
Yeah, they're going to crash a lot.
I hope you don't got plans after this, Jacob.
Well, only work.
Yeah, only my career.
Uh-huh. Well, if we get a move on here. No, because we were able to get race 1 in.
We are in trouble. Hold on.
48 minutes.
Drive-through in booth chat says it was definitely 10 a.m. But I thought he put 32 a.m. in.
I think the year just set everything to default.
That's probably fair.
Like, because he was screwing with the year, I think that just ruined everything. But hopefully we'll get rolling here shortly.
Oh, Ryan Vargas.
Oh, Vargas. Almost upside down. All right, we've got 1 minute.
Yeah, I think everybody's just trying to get connected in here. Brad Perez just connected, got in. Keep in mind, it's his first core race. He's trying to figure out, learn the ropes. Oh, Justin.
Oh.
I feel bad for guys. I'm looking at Rusty right now. He's Gonna be somewhere near that top
Nobody's
5. Somebody's
taking
on the road course.
It's Joey.
Oh, and he's gonna disconnect.
I thought he got
DK.
disqualified, but he did not.
You can see everybody just ripping this top right now, and I don't know. I got a feeling with this track temperature being as hot as it is that you're gonna want to try to search for those cooler parts of the racetrack. The problem is everything is just soaked in sun right now because it's 3 p.m. So, I mean, maybe you can get right up next to the wall and see if there's speed up there. I don't know. It's going to be a lot of variables we're going to have to work with, though.
All right, we're advancing. Here we go. Let's see where the in-sim time puts us.
Got to think it would be sometime in the afternoon again. Yeah. Looks like 3:45.
3:45 Eastern.
Track temp dropped
Track
about
temp.
10 degrees.
No,
Or
it didn't.
No,
Back
no,
up to
it's
102.
This is going to be fun, Jacob. Let's get our grid.
We'll start with our Eric Messer Photography Pole Award. Eric Messer Photography proudly sponsors the Core Season 6 Pole Award, presented to the driver who ranks the lowest in point standings in each Core League event, except this time it's whoever finished last at the end of race number 1. This race, it's Fly Guy. That's why he wins it. And Rusty, once again, is going to EOL.
No, he's not. I wish Went corrected it.
Eric Messer Photography will award the driver with the most poles this season with a very own trophy for their hard work and dedication to the Core League. Eric Messer Photography, the official photographer of the Madhouse, Bowman Gray Stadium, and the Core League. Also want to thank all of our sponsors this year as the grid is scrolling by the bottom of your screen. Thank our sponsors Gabe Wood, Brayton Laster, Soundhead Entertainment, Eric Messer Photography, Shrimp Pub, BenCrazy.com, and SimWrapMarket.
And everything going to scroll on by here. Looks like Rusty has opted to take the EOL. I went down there and told him not to, but it seems he didn't listen. But you can see the rest of our grid scrolls on by, and it's going to be interesting here. Again, you have this new weather as a variable to kind of look at. But race 1, you had Candles and Vargas up towards the front, and they were able to just kind of stay there. Now, after finishing as well as they did, they're starting in the back. They're going to have to crawl through the rest of this field along with everybody else. I mean, it's going to be interesting.
So right now, we are on round number 12 of a shootout between the Pittsburgh Penguins and the Montreal Canadiens. They have been tied at 3. They made it through the end of the third period. Nobody could score. The end of overtime, nobody could score. We're on the 12th round of a shootout, and still nobody has figured it out.
Google says that the Penguins have won 4-3 in overtime.
Well, then the ESPN tracker has not updated yet.
Oh, it happened literally 12 seconds ago. Hold on.
That would do it. Okay, there you go. Okay, well, the Pittsburgh Penguins then have won and are now 13-12-3 on the year. Sure enough, there it is. And the Montreal Canadiens are now 12-13-4. There you have it. How about race cars?
Yeah, like I said, this is going to be fun, and we'll have to see everybody getting up to speed. This is where we've had trouble tonight. There's going to be some big stack-ups to the field. You're going to have to be on your toes.
Justin and Travis on the front row. Green flag, we're racing. Oh, boy.
Oh, here we go.
Oh, boy. High temperatures. 4 wide. 5 wide.
Oh, they're all over each other. Brad Perez almost gets turned now.
Trouble. trouble.
Cosman will.
Cosman. Fresh and Schildhouse. Caution.
Knew that was coming.
An incredible start.
Travis is celebrating his lap lead over the radio.
Yeah. Let's take a look at the replay. Watch Michael P. Frisch in the 58. Championship leader. Pardon me, excuse me, out of the way. Oops. Just turns Cosman.
And then just, I mean, it's impatience, plain and simple. You don't want to be caught up in the back there, and you're just trying to make as many spots up as you can, and you get a little too aggressive. That's what ends up happening.
Yeah, I don't know where he thought he was going. Maybe he was looking at his phone again.
Entirely possible after, when was it? Auto Club he did?
Yeah.
Oh.
Choosing this
Oh,
time.
that just gave me a flashback to last week. Lights are back on the pace car.
Huh?
Pace truck, rather. We are not going green this time. We have extended the yeller.
No. Well, and part of that's because we keep choosing with 2 to green, so it screws everything up. So. I don't know what the hell Ben just said in
Yeah, Ben's giving me a
race
stroke.
chat. That
Ben,
was-
you gotta unmute here.
I think he's doing as many shots as Travis tonight. My goodness.
Look, words are hard, okay?
Hey, we know.
Oh boy. So what do you think? Will we make it to turn 2 this time?
I hope so. Some of our common suspects in terms of not getting up to speed tonight or encroaching on the front. If I had to be honest with you, if I had to shoot you straight, I would say someone in the top 10 doesn't get going. It's a big old stack up. We get 3, 4, 5 wide, and we wreck. That's my official broadcaster prediction. I could be wrong. I hope I'm wrong because I want to see us on some green flag racing on this track surface, but that's just where my gut lays right now.
We'll see what happens. We'll have a restart
Typically happens.
with a lot of time left. We didn't even make it a lap. With the wrong weather, we have time traveled back in time now. But nonetheless, here we go.
Yeah, canonically, this race is almost 1,000 years before race number 1. So
Green flag.
here we go. Champagne looking down to the inside. Goen's going to have to give him room. There are 3 wide. Contact made between he and DK. They're going to have to figure it out.
Travis out in front. Here comes Garrett looking for the lead. Robert Dorman there in third. There's still 4 wide off turn 2.
Oh,
It
and they
is
made it
a
work.
hornet's nest. Champagne, where are you going? There they go. Champagne around. Into the field, up in the air, and almost over.
And it's Gabe Wood again.
I don't know where Champagne was going.
No, absolutely no room for him.
Like, Dorman didn't give him any room, but he didn't have to give him any room. Like, I don't understand the move. Like, where Where do you think you're going to go? Where do you think you're going to go? No words. On board.
On board, yeah. To me, feels like a very IndyCar-esque move where you get that run and just pull down to the inside, almost like a Pato Award where just not going to
It's
stick.
lap 5 of a 50-lap race. There's no need to be doing that.
On board with Gabe Wood, and you're going to see the spin happens and then slides up in front of Gabe. He just destroys the side of that 38 car. Destroys it.
What a mess.
All right, now that we got the clip uploaded to Twitter. Garrett Smithley inherited the lead. Travis, DK, Goen, TCB, Davin. I mean, some familiar faces up in the top 5 right now, but compared to race 1, it's a vastly different look than what we had at the end of that thing. And in part just because a lot of these guys haven't had time with these cautions in rapid succession to get up towards the front. But if they keep unloading like this, it's going to take at least some portion of green flag racing is going to have to occur for these guys in the back to cycle up towards the front.
Mm-hmm. All right.
And if you didn't think there was any merit to the weather, I'll finish this real fast. We are already at 3 cautions. Or no, that was caution number 2 of this race, and race number 1 had 5 cautions total, and we're not 10 laps into this thing yet.
Nope. And there you see the track temp, still 102 degrees.
And lap 8.
Yeah. So Smithley, your leader. We have had some cars come onto pit road. But most of your top 10 has stayed out. So here we go. Ready for the restart. Smithley and Travis on the front row. Green flag, we're back to green.
Pretty clean start there. It looks like Robert Dorman, I believe, was the only one that really had to get out of the gas. So everybody should be okay through turns 1 and 2. Garrett with a big lead there, 3 wide. Gonna have to give each other room.
There
Travis,
they go.
no! Travis destroyed on the inside. The entire front clip of that race car in shambles. He's trying to backwards drive it.
DT and Brad Perez also involved. You know what they say.
Cut and dry.
Blame DT. Race 1 was so good.
I'm going to be real with you. I don't know about...
turn this into a event that should be held on a Monday.
Yeah, I'm going to be real. That one was not on DT, pal.
It is. Set the server up the right way and we won't have this issue.
No, that's not even on that. That would be on one Travis Brown. Get a blimp cam on him and you'll see.
He's loose because the track's 9,000 degrees. He's loose.
No,
that's why he's up that close to him.
No, you're coming up with
You literally
reasons.
see the back end get sideways coming up off the corner. What do you mean no? He doesn't have control of the race car. We're going to break. If we're lucky, both of us will be back.
I'm getting locked out of the booth.
Oh, we're back. Hi. Garrett Smithville, your leader. We're coming to green.
Over under a lap.
We haven't made one yet, so I start now. 12 laps are complete. They've all been behind the pace vehicle. Green flag.
Everybody getting back up to speed. Dale Reynolds doesn't get going. Blake McCandless going to have to get out of the throttle. We're almost wrecking.
There they go. This is going to be big.
Oh, my God. What in...
Said he got hit from the rear end. What?
Folks,
what? I'm gonna need a replay because Goen said he got hit from behind. And
I don't know if he did. Looking at this.
I don't think TCB ever got into him.
It was close for sure. Maybe a little bit of netcode involved in play. Who knows? But
it didn't even look like that. It just looked like there's no contact there. He just never. He put the power down and the tires just kept spinning on him. I don't think he ever got hit.
Take one more look at it. This one from Cosman's point of view.
Yeah, the traffic jam that's about to happen.
Just for context here, want to have a quick court session between not two drivers, but a driver and a broadcaster here. DT.
What's up?
So, how did we end up in May 2018 at 4 p.m. Eastern Standard Time?
Question for a certain iRacing employee who's unfortunately not here tonight. Yeah, I guess making the first session in the year 3000 was okay. but I tried to make this session in the year 6969, and I guess the sim didn't like it because it was definitely 10 a.m. I knew I got that right, but I guess the year was too wrong, so we defaulted to 2018, I guess. And, it wouldn't be bad. It actually races pretty good in the long run, but some of these guys are having trouble just getting through the gears, which is unfortunate.
Yeah,
It's almost like this isn't what they practiced for.
Oh my!
They better not practice.
Jacob's pissed.
There's an hour-long session for these guys to get acclimated to the racetrack, and then race 2, we jump the track temp up by 30 degrees.
They gotta be on their damn toes. Sometimes things happen. At least it didn't rain.
Coming soon.
I think I'd have more fun with that.
Listen, we're gonna put on a banger of a finish, and it's all gonna be worth it. All right, write that one down.
I will say you're getting a lot of blame in the. Jacob has turned a lot of the viewers here. We were getting a lot of blame DTs.
Of course.
So I'm on your side here, DT. I'm down. We would have been good on that other restart if Travis wasn't seeing double.
And if Gary didn't mess up the gears. I want to see some hashtag Team DTs in the chat for those who believe.
Hashtag
I did nothing
Team
wrong.
DT. We'll let you get going for this restart, but wanted to give you a second to defend yourself here from.
Yeah, apparently there's
the
slanderous statements that are categorically wrong being made about me.
Yeah, well, I'll let you get back
up. No, I was gonna say it's been 4 years since you've won a race. Let's do something today.
Oh no, yeah, come on, DT.
Next caution. We'll give it 3 minutes, and we'll get to do it again.
Yeah.
All right, here we go. Garrett and TCB on the restart. We still have yet to complete a single lap under green in race number 2. Green flag.
Oh, and it's not off to a great start. Dale Reynolds does not get going. They're going to go 3 wide here. Oh, 4 wide a little further in the back as well.
Oh, somebody hauled the wall.
Dorman.
Robert Dorman is dead up against the fence. Oh my God!
Oh, and they're going crazy down the backstretch. Cozy, he's gonna make it 3 wide under Brad Perez. Somehow doesn't get in the back of Wes Graham trying to do it. Dale Reynolds is up in the wall. Justin Champagne as well. Do they have room? Gonna take a lot here not to wreck. 1 lap under green. We made it.
Oh my gosh! It took us 17 laps to complete 1 lap under green.
Probably one of the greatest restarts you'll see in your lifetime.
Garrett Smithley, your leader. TCB is second. DT is third with a snarling pack behind him of Blake McCandless and Gabe Wood.
Brad Perez, he sends it all the way up towards the wall. He's going to tag that wall. On board now with Michael Cozy Jr. He's trying to get to the inside of Michael P. Frisch. Has to get out of the throttle because of a checkup in front of him. Going on into turn number 1. Look at this battle for the lead starting to brew.
Oh, TCB sideways, looking for the lead. Trying to pick up his first career core win.
All over the place right now and starting to see what we saw in race number 1. Crossover coming from Garrett Smithley. Meanwhile, a little further behind him while they're side by side here. They're side by side for second, or rather third as well.
It's Frisch and DT. Oh boy. Frisch and DT.
Washed.
I do feel like present day Mike Joy right now. TCB out in front. Gone from Mike Tirico to modern day Mike Joy in a week.
Yeah,
this
it's been a tough 2 weeks for you, Jacob.
Yeah.
DT is falling off hard right now. Vargas is almost in the infield grass. He's going to have to merge back with the pack. And noticing a lot more fanning out once we hit the corners here than we saw in race number 1. And Blake McCandless is just ripping the fence right now. What a run he got off of turn number 2.
Dale Reynolds is around. He collects Vargas and Travis. Caution.
Oh,
Dale basically wrecked for that whole turn 1 and 2. And the reason Vargas got down so low, he had contact with Schildhouse.
This is a
Dale. He gets loose and then catches the apron washes up the racetrack, and then, oh, man.
This is
Brad
a simple-looking
involved?
wreck, but I think a complicated answer here for you. I mean, Dale's loose, obviously. Travis...
But see, Brad comes down into Travis, and that kicks him into...
And then Vargas, he's trying to make it through it and just destroys the side of Travis's car. He just tries to make it through. It just kills the side of Travis's car.
Yep, nowhere to go.
Pit road's going to be simple here for everybody, though. That's the good part.
And 4 tires and fuel. Oh.
Oh.
Okay.
Oh.
All
now
right.
we're live.
Very cool.
Producers hitting buttons.
Mm-hmm.
Reminiscent of Jacob Hits a few weeks ago.
Yeah. Blake
4 tires and
McCandless
fuel.
is not going to win the race off pit road. It'll be Garrett, but TCB loses 3 spots on pit road.
Yeah, and I mean, look at Justin Malillo. He is cycled out 3rd here. He takes 2 tires on that stop, and that's going to be a bold strategy there.
That's a decision. 2
He's
tires
choosing
this
the
early.
inside as well.
And Redmond stayed out. He's going to pit this time, though, so he doesn't kill the field.
We should have a mandatory. I mean, you know how everybody has the end of line penalty? I think we should enforce a mandatory front of line penalty and just make somebody who's like trying to discount themselves, like one Rusty Walrus, for example. Just make him start at the front, just for no reason. I think we should talk to Ben about enforcing that here shortly. Mid-season rule change. Yeah, but at least it would
Nobody
be a fun
could hear
wreck.
him say that, Caleb.
Okay,
Just
well,
responding to nobody.
Producer Zach says we have enough wrecks as it is. And I say, if Rusty's causing them and I can come in here and clown him, then that's good enough reason for me.
Something like that.
This is going to be interesting, though. I mean, Justin Malillo, 2 tires starting on the front row here. I'm going to say this is a borderline recipe for disaster.
All right, so Malillo won 2 tires. Everybody else on 4. I think Case also took 2 as well, but he's back there in 12th. We're 2 laps away from halfway. Green flag. Okay, bye, Justin. He pulls over, lets everybody go by.
It's going to have to find a place in the corner. TCB tags the wall just a little bit, and they're going to be 4 wide for a second. Gabe Wood's going to get it figured out. TCB still on that wall. David Schildhouse tries to thread the needle. He has to get out of the throttle as well. TCB is still wrecking into turn number 3.
He sorts it out.
Oh, and Justin Champagne chopped the nose off the 25. He has to get out of the throttle even more.
Meanwhile, for the lead, there goes Blake McCandless to the lead. Frisch is looking on second. Justin Malillo about wrecked it. He's in the wall. He's around.
No caution.
Into the inside wall. Lost it all by himself.
That's what 2 tires will get you here. Meanwhile, up
Oh,
front.
TCB's almost wrecking again off turn 4.
Oh, and Brad Perez is going to have to get out of the throttle as well while he sorts that out.
Man.
We're okay. Catch your breath. I think we're good. Look at this battle up at the front. Blake McCandless ripping that high side. Huge run down the backstretch, trying to pull away from Michael P. Frisch now, who He's trying to steal this line from him as well.
So McCandless out in front. Frisch trying to close him down in the second spot. And we've seen Blake really rip that outside line, but we've also seen that it really wears the tires out and allows the folks behind him to reel on in.
Smithley tagged the wall there. Cozy made a very decisive move underneath him there to take the third spot away. Looks like we're okay, though.
Travis has parked the car again. He'll join Fly Guy in the used scrap lot out of the race.
Tough night for those two. Oh, and meanwhile,
Trouble.
TCB's going to go around.
TCB finally crashed it.
Only took him about 5 laps there. Oh.
He got into Brad Perez, it looks like. Gary Owen also has a good amount of damage.
Break this one down on replay. You're going to see it does start with that 60 car. At least the 60 and the 025 coming together.
Here it is.
And so just watch this. You see Perez tags the outside wall, and then TCB just lifts the rear tires up off the ground and spins it. Gary Owen,
and there's
big
Gary.
damage.
Yep, he gets hit by the 025 and then goes down, hits the inside wall. It's the Carl Edwards zone.
Why would you say that?
Shut up about Carl Edwards.
You were the one that brought him up.
Yeah, I know. You called it that earlier, though.
I did. I'll admit to that.
And I almost said it then, but we were coming back to green.
I think that would really just cap off this race. Leader just gets turned down in the inside wall, kills the car. That would be something.
As long as we don't throw a caution, yeah. Pit stops for the leaders. Everybody except for DT. So if he's gonna stay out, then we'll just bully him some more. What? You do know it's been 4 years since you've been to Victory Lane, right? And it was here where you did it last.
No, that's untrue. You got your stats wrong, stat man. My last win was at CTMP.
That's not true.
That is literally true. I won Homestead and CTMP the next week. Season 2, look it up. I know my failures well and clear.
Checking.
That's not English. You might be right. Homestead might have been the first win.
Yep.
You have 2 wins in core?
Yep.
That's it?
Yep.
You've been doing this thing for 5
How
years.
many do you have? How you been doing this longer than me? Get out of here.
No, I haven't.
You're not even allowed on
not.
the racetrack anymore.
Let's take a look.
After my Moon Car 24 stint.
Also, why did all these guys
DT
take this? We literally did. Like
is
5
correct.
laps. Of course. We already knew that. Team DT knows. You're the real ones out there.
4 years ago yesterday, his last win.
I will say Team DT in the FTF.GG chat did not make
What?
Didn't make something.
Caleb Internet.
3, 4.
None of that was in English.
He's counting things. Something.
Yeah, he's
I
counting
was
how
saying
many
we have
times his
5
internet's
blame
gone out
DTs
tonight.
and no Team DTs, so nobody's on your side here.
He'll learn. Watch this.
All right, we'll make sure the caution flag's ready to go on this restart. Hey, best of luck.
Yeah, I'm taking out the field.
Well, it wouldn't be different from any other restart tonight. There he goes. That's DT. Oh, boy. Sanak writes in, can we rename this to the Carl Edwards turned himself 100?
No.
Would be factually correct. Don't block, you won't get wrecked.
I can agree with that. Hey, my driver won a championship. I'm fine. I've healed.
Ready for the restart.
This is going to be something.
18 laps to go. Green flag.
DT somehow doesn't spin the tires. Justin Champagne's going to try to make it 3 wide. Looking on back. Just bunched up throughout this field right now. No lane has the advantage. DT's going to try to clear himself on Blake.
Here comes
wide.
Cozy. Looking on the bottom. DT really drove it in deep. He'll have the lead, but not for long. Here comes that 99.
Oh, and look at Blake. He's going to go all the way down to that inside, using that momentum he had on the high lane, sending it in big time. Is the number 71 of McCandless. He's going to have to really be careful. He's going to lose all that momentum up on the high side, but we're still 3 wide now. Cozy's trying to chop the nose off the 77.
Crash,
DT goes
TCB,
down.
trouble. Wes Graham.
No
Still
caution.
green. Cozy saying, shut up, there's no wrecking. So you got a Coke Series driver, a Coke Series spotter, and a Coke Series announcer up here in your top 3 fighting for the lead.
I didn't think about that. It's DT versus his driver.
Yeah.
Blake McCandless using this wall as he has been all race long. DT's doing a good job here keeping with him. I think this momentum, though, is going to be the factor that lets Blake McCandless get away if they're not careful. Cozy down to the inside. He's going to try to get past DT and make a run here at McCandless.
And you got Frisch right behind, who almost made the Coke Series. It was close. You'll have to re-rack, try it again next year.
Speaking of trying it again, DT's looking all the way down to the inside. Cozy was able to use that momentum to get around him. Big send on the entry from DT. It's not going to be enough, though. And all this battling for P2 is going to let Candles run away with it if they're not careful. 14 laps to go here at Homestead.
I know who you are.
I know who you are. Here comes Frisch.
They'll look to the outside, the championship leader. And as far as championship is concerned, he needs to do more of that, putting it in the wall. He's going to get passed by DK and Schildhouse and more.
And on command, he does do more of that, puts it in the wall, and he's going to lose a lot of spots here. He might be on the outside of the top 10. Three wide, a little further in front. DT's able to use that outside, get around DK and Schildhouse. Schildhouse has had a really quiet race number 2, but all of a sudden, 13 laps to go, and he's back in this thing. Look at this group. Radman, Gabe Wood, Justin Champagne a little further back. Frisch, who we just saw free fall. He's going to have to try to split the middle. No, he's going to back out of it. Cosman has to react as well. Finally figuring some things out here.
At least trying to. Here comes Dylan Kem on DT. This is for third with
Not a
12
chance.
laps to go.
Oh, Cozy just smacked the wall up in P2.
Still good.
We have this weird
Schildhouse.
organization going on where we have the top 3 cars on the high side and then the top 4 cars on the bottom side as well. Now Cozy's going to switch. He's going to go back down to the inside. I meant the next 4 cars on the inside, but I said the top 4 cars. It's all right.
Oh,
DK.
Dylan Cam. Whoa.
DT chipped up over the radio, and he's in the wall now.
Yeah, there it goes. Got in his head, broke his ankles. We'll be seeing you. The streak continues. There are no road courses on the schedule to bail him out either.
DT on out of here. He might smack the wall again.
I forgot there's Long Beach, but he's not Long Beach. I hate to break the news to him.
He's going to try to make a move on the inside of Radman here. Meanwhile, right now up at the front, guess who has quietly been a 10th faster the last 2 laps? and the leader. Oh,
That'd
the
be
last
Michael Cozy Jr.
3 laps now. Bottom line might be coming in a little here.
He's got 8.5 laps to make something happen. Go to victory lane for the second time this year.
Schildhouse making a big move down to the inside. Radman again, another one of these guys. It's been really quiet race number 2, but it's having a solid night. ET's trying to recollect himself and push back up and inside this top 5.
On board.
See this run he gets. You're never going to believe who's behind him here, but Joey Stone's made his way up inside the top 10. A little further ahead, Garrett Smithley pulling a crossover on Radman, who tries to complete a pass. It's not going to work.
7 laps to go. See the battle for third. Schildhouse and Dylan Kim. Schildhouse, winner of race number 1. DK's had a good start to the year this year. Trying to extend that here tonight. Won back at Daytona earlier this year. We're coming to 6 to go.
Meanwhile, up at the front, Cozy, after reeling in McCandless, he's just about there. I mean, it's going to take maybe one more good lap to fully get there, but lap after lap, he's been chasing him down, and this is officially, I'd say we could call this a battle for the lead at this point. I mean, it's going to take a big send at some point.
Last time by, Cozy was only faster by 5 1/1000ths of a second. This time, it's about 25 thousandths. So Cozy's not closing in as much as he was earlier. 5 to go. He's really going to need a bobble out of that 71 to make this closer. Like that. There he is to the back bumper. Let's see what McCandless does here going into 3. Will he take the outside line? Yes. Cozy drops back to the bottom.
Cozy has to be very deliberate with his actions here. If he can get inside Blake's head here at some point, I mean, we've seen Blake. He's been no stranger to that outside wall. He just has to... One mistake wins Cozy this race right now. If he can just drive this thing home. Big send on entry, side by side. Blake has just been committed to ripping that fence. I mean, he's just about there.
Right to the back bumper on corner exit, and then Blake breaks the draft and pulls away down the back straightaway.
Oh, here comes Cozy.
Big send on the bottom. Let's see what kind of a run McCandless gets on corner exit.
Oh, man.
He's there. 3 to go.
And this is exactly what you want this to shape up to.
Cozy led it at the line.
I mean, right now, this is just bottom lane versus the top lane, and Blake is riding the momentum.
Clear.
Here comes Cozy. Big send. Now, Blake's going to have to use that momentum to get down to the inside. Cozy has not been comfortable on that outside.
Gave it back. He gave it back. Look at the crossover. Cozy back in the gas. He drives it back in on the bottom. 2 laps to go, and Cozy's going to retake the lead all in one corner.
Fantastic stuff. Now Blake, he's going to try to send it down on the inside. Cozy takes that line away from him. Down the back
What a fight for the lead.
Yeah, Cozy's trying to pull away with this. I mean, it's going to take now a big send from Blake. And I don't know if he has it in him on this outside.
They have burned those tires off a little too much. White flag. 1 more lap to go. At Homestead for Michael Cozy Jr.
Blake with a huge send in him. I mean, that's just... He's not even trying to make the corner. He's going to lose all of his momentum in the middle of the corner now. Cozy down the backstretch. He's going to be able to drive away with it.
That he will. Drives it into turn number 3. McCandless, he's not even going to make the corner. He's in the parking lot outside the racetrack. Checkered flag in the air. Michael Cozy Jr. with a great battle, wins race 2 at Homestead.
That was awesome. And it's just absolute death after the start-finish line, as is tradition here in Core.
We have our all-star race next week. Even though Cozy's a former champion and already has a win, he's in the all-star race. In case we didn't already know it. He's going to burn down the house here on the front straightaway. Bringing the Radicals back to Charlotte. Should be fun. Cozy, your winner. Blake McCandless second. Schildhouse third. Malid Radman fourth. Dylan Kem fifth. Garrett Smithley sixth. Then Frisch. Joey Stone another top 10. Gabe Wood, Justin Champagne, Cosman, and DT round out the top 12.
Ace Cullenbach finishes 13th, going 14th. Dale Reynolds 15th. Ryan Vargas, a quiet race 2, 16th. Brad Perez as well in 17th, his core debut complete. Justin Malillo 18th. Robert Dorman in 19th. Rusty Walrus with a top 20. Wes Graham 21st. TCB 22nd. A tough finish for him after a race, or how he ran rather. And then Travis Brown and Fly Guy for the second consecutive race. Both make up our DNF list.
I think Cozy either blew it up or ran it out of fuel.
No, he's good.
Oh, yeah, okay. The way he was crawling there, I thought it hand grenaded on him. Let's talk with the winner. Race number 2. Still in the process of burning down the house on the front straightaway. It is Michael Cozy Jr. How about that? What a battle.
Yeah, hell yeah, let's go. That was freaking awesome, man. I was pissed we just kept wrecking and we couldn't really get anything going there, but like after that first 50, man, I just wanted to get back out there and get racing again, because I was just trying to figure out the new stuff I did with the oval and stuff they've changed, and I've never really been this track's fun just because the tire deck and how much the tires fall off, and you slipping and sliding around, especially with a lot of horsepower like this bad boy, but man, like that last run, it took me a couple laps to kind of figure out where I was best at, and then I just stuck with it there, trying to inch at Blake, and then finally the top just started dying there at the end. His tires started going away right at the right time. I didn't think I was going to get there, honestly, because I wasn't going to rip the top better than he was ripping it, I tell you that. So I was really hoping just the lanes were going to play my way there, and we got there just at the right time.
And even though you've won in the past, you're a champion. This win going to lock you easily into the All-Star race, bringing the Radicals back at Charlotte next week.
Oh, sweet. All right, well, I'll go flip my you-know-what off doing that. Look forward to that. Yeah, we'll send it.
Question is, will we tear more junk up next week than we did the first half of the race tonight? I'm not sure.
Ooh, I don't know, man. We had a couple. We had a gnarly one down there in the turn 1. I tell you what, though, we'll probably send more cars airborne, so y'all come out. It'll be fun.
No doubt about it. It's Michael Cozy Jr. Congratulations on the win. We'll see you next week.
Thank you, boys.
That's the former Firecracker 400 champ, Michael Cozy Jr. in victory lane. We have candles. He's with Caleb.
Yeah, and I mean, Blake, you were committed to that high line. You saw Cozy starting to reel you in. What was going through your head that last stint with just such an awesome battle there between the two of you?
I mean, just to remain consistent, it takes a lot of focus to run that close to the wall, especially in this car, because there's really no, there's no wall physics with this car where the air bubble will kind of push you out. So you're kind of out there on your own. And because this is, the Gen 4 Twisted Sister, the car that they scan, the right rear quarter panel just is kind of flared out a lot. So it makes it really difficult, especially in this car, to try and rip the top. So it wasn't really viable in the first race at all. And then the second race with the higher track temp, it was a little bit better. I figured that it would be good, really good, or kind of the place to be for 10 or 15 laps, and then it would kind of fade away. So
I knew that Cozy was probably going to be a little bit better on the long run, so I was just trying to, get in there, hit my marks, and try to run as close as I can because there's speed up there if you can, that's what I love about at least the way the High Line is now. I hate that it kind of rips your tires as bad as it does, but there's a lot more speed right on the wall than just running above the seam, which is pretty cool. So, yeah, I kind of knew he was going to run me down. I was hoping I'd give him a little bit of a longer fight for it, and then once he passed me, I was thinking of giving him a shot into one or something. But I mean, he's always racing me clean, so I wasn't gonna do anything to him. But overall, I'm just glad we had that battle. We were able to fight it out. I know the beginning of the race wasn't all that spectacular with the couple of wrecks we had, but it was good we were at least able to sort it out there, and he did a good job.
Yeah, and next week we have our relaxed week for the season. We get to go to Charlotte and the Radicals and just go rip them around an exhibition event. I don't know if you'll be there, Blake, but I hope you're looking forward to it like we are. It's going to be a lot of fun. Let's see. Then after that, I think it's Long Beach. I want to say I don't know if you'll be
Talladega.
here. Oh no, we come back on Talladega.
Heck yeah! All right.
Oh yeah,
well,
we're gonna be tearing some stuff up.
Yeah, I need to make sure I'm there for that race. I'd really hate to fumble that opportunity to be in that race and try to win that one. So I always like Talladega. Maybe not so much in these cars, but at least in core, it's always a lot of fun. So I'm looking forward to it. I'd hate to fumble the opportunity to try and win that race like I did this one.
I think Jalen Hurts just fumbled again. Thanks, but.
That wasn't a shot at you, but you could take it that way too.
Well, Blake, I'm gonna take the high road on you here and not respond to your fumble comments. But hey, either way, congratulations. That was a hell of a battle between you and Cozy there at the end. In second place, nothing to hang your head about. Hopefully, we'll see you for some Radicals next week.
Yeah, I hope to be around, and yeah, Core lives on.
Second place finisher in Blake McCandless. Again, a awesome battle, and we'll go back to you, Jacob.
Oh, I think Desmond Ritter just got intercepted again.
Oh my God! Shut your mouth.
Third place, David Schildhaus. I already talked with him once tonight in race 2. A little bit of a different environment out on the racetrack, but a similar result. How about that?
Well, it wasn't entirely similar, or I would have had 2 wins here tonight, but another good run. It didn't start great, as you noticed, Jacob. We wrecked a lot. I was worried. When I had to use a quick repair within the first 15 laps, I was a little bit worried that I was just never going to get up there, at least not with a clean car. And we finally got our act together, and once we did, man, what a show. Hell of a battle again. A great battle with Garrett, DK, DT. But I just lost a bunch of time to Cozy and Blake battling with them for third. But it was a ton of fun, man. I was just telling my chat, this oval refresh thing, this is really my first experience with it. And at least in this environment at Homestead with this car, I'm seeing a big step in the right direction. Not a little one. This was significant, in my opinion, to be able to run all these different lanes, have good hard racing, and not feel like your tires are dying because you're going 1 millimeter off the correct path. It's just, pardon the pun, it's refreshing. And so
Wow.
I'm really happy with it. I hope that this translates at other racetracks like it does here tonight. We'll see. But for me, this is truly the most satisfied I've been with oval racing in a very long time.
Something else that I'm sure is pretty refreshing. Let's take a look at the points. You jumped 9 spots since last week. You're now 5th. You're still 114 points back on Frisch for the lead. But that's not too bad. Actually, I think the points are, well, maybe not. The points are right, but not right, because with we're dropping Talladega, which hasn't happened yet. So, all of Frisch's points are counting right now instead of dropping California, which was his lowest race. So they're right, but they're not right.
I wouldn't expect anything less from the core.
Especially after tonight.
Yeah, I missed last week. I wasn't able to race last week, so that'll be my drop. But it was a strong showing. It was a good bounce back after missing a race, knowing that I'm already in a deficit. And Frisch swept last week, I guess. So he's in a good position to come out here and challenge for this championship. Cozy's very strong as well, so I'm just trying to stay relevant, stay in the conversation, but it's going to take a run like tonight, top fives in both races for the rest of the season, I think, for me to realistically even be within shouting distance by the time we get to Atlanta. But yeah, 1 week at a time. Next week, all-star race. I do like those all-star races, Jacob. You know that.
No doubt about it, and you've been a player in those the last 2 years, so we'll see how things play out. But David, it's been a pleasure. We'll see you next week.
I appreciate it. It's good to be back. Jacob, thank you. Caleb, thank you. Zach, thank you. And big thank you to everybody who's watching here tonight, whether it's on the official broadcast or twitch.tv/Shieldhouse. Big thanks to Splash and Go Graphics for the beautiful paint scheme. And I'm just glad we got to see some damn good racing tonight, Jacob. It puts a smile on my face. But 1 week at a time, but we're feeling good right now.
There you have it. David Shieldhouse, P3 tonight. And I'm being told that nobody has drops when Shieldhouse has a drop at Irwindale.
Well, he wasn't at Irwindale.
Well, right. That's his drop.
Oh. I don't know. Well,
whatever.
Math is not a strong suit of the core or anybody associated with it, so we're okay.
Yeah. Whatever. I'm out of here. Yeah, we already saw points. Frisch is still out in front. All-star race next week. Talladega in 3 weeks. Till then, that's Caleb. I'm Jacob. Zach's producing. #BlameDT. See you next week.